Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we discuss a 2019 release from Ulysse Nardin of lug, Switzerland. This is the Ulysse Nardin Diver 42. In stainless steel, the watch is 42 millimeters in diameter, 12.2 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip, 47.5 millimeters with a 21 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We've got a nice sanded leather strap, calfskin. You can see thick cut with a contrasting binding stitch that matches the coloration of the dial and bezel print. You can see it's been shear cut in profile, thickly bolstered to give volume and lacquered for refinement. Brand new UN factory strap. It's paired with a matching steel pin buckle. Pin buckle has a feature that I appreciate, an elevated bridge. So when the strap is on the wrist, it actually sits in the buckle rather than stacking up underneath. You can see the faceting of the buckle includes contrasting brushed and polished facets and matches the articulation of the lug profiles. In profile, you have a screw-fixed number plate, Ulysse Nardin, recalling its famed navigation clocks or deck chronometers, which would have featured flanking hardware-affixed number plates. We have a little bit of fluting or a step to the side of the lug, polish and satin both, and then a vintage-style no-guard big crown with Ulysse Nardin anchor logo, reminding you that Ulysse Nardin's nautical tradition building marine chronometers or deck navigation clocks defined much of its history. You can see that on the back as well. The watch features a 300-meter rated diving depth, a screw-down crown. We've got a bezel with a combination of polish and satin and a large knurling that allows you to easily grip it with wet, sweaty, or gloved hands. Let's take a listen. It's a very refined, dished design that has 120 clicks. Unidirectional winding is a timing reference, so it can't accidentally elongate your dive, only shorten it. It is a dive watch, and you can see there's no shortage of lume, including on the bezel pearl, which is a big 0, and the seconds hand, which not every diver has, but every diver should have a loomed seconds hand so you know it's running. An ISO 6425 style diver. And as you can see, the dial is largely matte, granular, anti-glare. We have applique rhodium-plated steel indices. We've got a hacking function and also a quick set, so we can rapidly cycle the date. The watch featuring the latitude and longitude of Ulysse Nardin's manufacture in lug, Switzerland. And underneath the case back, Ulysse Nardin always finding ways to add value, even on its entry-level pieces like this one. So the watch features a proprietary technology that Ulysse Nardin develops and builds in-house, which is unique for a small company. But they make a silicon escapement for this movement. This is the UN 816 movement, which is a Sellita SW300, which is Sellita's version of the time-tested ETA 2892. So bidirectional winding action, 4 Hz beat rate, 25 joules, hacking with quickset, 42 hours of power reserve, and then the escapement is silicon to reduce its susceptibility to magnetism, reduce oscillating mass, reduce friction and the need for lubrication, and also the need for maintenance. All of this with a silicon anchor and escape wheel. And you can see the UN historic logo on the back, reminding you that UN is all about seafaring. Now on my wrist, the watch wears nicely, being only 47.5 millimeters lug to lug. It's fairly short across the wrist and suitable for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference. It's also fairly thin, including a little bit thinner than a Rolex Submariner. So in terms of wearing a dive watch with a cuff, this is going to be one of your best bets. I do like that UN always makes even its entry-level pieces feel distinct, high value, and worthy Ulysse Nardins. You don't feel like you're settling or like these don't belong in the catalog. UN does the best job of tying the entry level of its catalog together with the mainstream models and the flagships. They all feel like a complete collection when taken in total, and this could easily sit in a collection with a Freak or a Sonata. So reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.